EV owners hate EVs. Shocking news from Ford and GM. Why are so many people against EVs?
The most common reason drivers avoid EVs include the fear the battery will run out of charge before reaching their destination, also known as range anxiety, fear of too few charging stations, long charge times, and initial higher upfront vehicle costs.
Would it be okay with you if I asked you to please listen closely? We have an extra surprise for you if you stay until the end.
Yes! Yes!
In a shocking turn of events, General Motors and Ford find themselves at a crossroads in promoting electric vehicles. As two of the most prominent players in the automotive industry, their struggle is not just a ripple in the pond, but a tsunami that could disrupt the entire landscape. This is not a sudden twist, but a nightmare that's been brewing over time. Both giants have been pushing electric vehicles with fervor, hoping to lead the charge in a world increasingly conscious about climate change. Yet, the reality has been far from rosy. Caught in a storm of financial losses and job cuts, they've been forced to rethink their strategy. The electric dream is quickly turning into a quagmire of complications. At the heart of this issue, inferior products that have been pushed onto consumers dealing with financial constraints. This has resulted in over 1,000 job losses across both companies, highlighting the human cost of this electric nightmare. But the impact doesn't stop there. The financial hemorrhage is staggering, with losses amounting to a whopping $4 billion. These losses are not just numbers on a spreadsheet. They represent the livelihoods of thousands of workers and the dreams of millions of consumers who had high hopes for the electric future. The question that remains is whether these companies can recover from such a massive setback. It's a tale of ambition, miscalculation, and the harsh reality of market dynamics. In the quest to revolutionize the automotive industry, these giants seem to have lost sight of what consumers truly want and need. In this high-stakes game, it is increasingly clear that the road to electric domination is not as smooth as it was once thought to be. As we delve deeper into this narrative, we will explore the reasons behind this downward spiral and what it could mean for the future of electric vehicles. Is this the biggest catastrophe in automotive history? As we navigate through this electric nightmare, only time will tell. Now, let's talk about a seismic shift in consumer preferences. EV owners are abandoning their electric counterparts, flocking back to the familiarity of gas-powered vehicles. But what's driving this mass exodus? The answer, my friends, is as fascinating as it is unexpected. It's not a return to the past, nor a leap into the future. Instead, it's a clever fusion of the two, the rise of hybrid vehicles. Hybrids, with their blend of electric and gas power, have struck a chord in the hearts and wallets of consumers. They offer the best of both worlds, the eco-friendly charm of electric vehicles and the reliable, time-tested performance of gas engines. But the rise of hybrids isn't just about the cars themselves, it's also about timing. As electric vehicles grapple with issues of affordability and practicality, hybrids have swooped in to fill the gap. They've become the Goldilocks solution for consumers seeking a balance between green living and practical needs. From January to October 2023, nearly 50% of households previously committed to gas cars made the switch to hybrids. This dramatic shift is not just a trend. It's a revolution on wheels, a testament to the power of consumer choice and the resilience of the automotive industry. The allure of hybrids lies in their adaptability. They offer a smoother transition from gas to electric, allowing consumers to dip their toes in the waters of electric driving without diving in head first. They're less of a shock to the system and more of a gentle nudge towards a greener future. But the real clincher? It's the price. Hybrids come without the hefty price tag of their all-electric cousins. They're affordable, practical, and a step in the right direction for those wanting to reduce their carbon footprint. So there you have it. The shift to hybrids is not just a pattern, it's a statement. A perfect blend of traditional comfort and eco-friendly innovation, all at a price point that won't break the bank. Ford and General Motors are on the edge, and it's not just about financial losses. In the face of a shifting automotive landscape, the decisions made by the CEOs of these companies have led to a precarious predicament. Mary Barra of GM has chosen a risky path, refusing to reduce prices and focusing solely on luxury electric vehicles. This decision has left many average consumers feeling left out in the cold. As prices of EVs soar, the dream of owning an electric car is becoming increasingly elusive for the common man. On the other hand, Ford's Jim Hackett had a different approach. He attempted to keep pace with the EV revolution, but the result was a fleet of electric cars that failed to impress. The lackluster designs and underwhelming performance of these models left consumers disappointed, and sales dwindled. The struggle to sell EVs is not just about aesthetics or performance, though. It's a complex issue with multiple contributing factors. First off, pricing. Electric vehicles aren't cheap, and despite government incentives, they remain unaffordable for many households. Secondly, practicality. Yes, EVs are great for the environment, but are they practical for everyday use? With limited range, long charging times, and a lack of charging infrastructure, many consumers believe the answer is no. Political interference is another factor. Governments around the world are pushing for a transition to electric vehicles, but are they considering the consequences? The rapid push towards EVs has resulted in job losses and economic instability in regions heavily dependent on the traditional automotive industry. Safety concerns are also a big issue. Reports of EVs catching fire or experiencing battery-related issues have raised eyebrows and instilled fear in potential buyers. And finally, a reliability crisis. Electric vehicles are relatively new on the scene, and their long-term reliability is still in question. In conclusion, the misjudgments made by Ford and General Motors have led to a reliability crisis that's shaking the foundations of the EV market. But wait, there's more! The spotlight is now on the EV charging infrastructure in America. It's not the seamless road trip you imagined. Picture this. You're cruising down the highway in your shiny new EV, the open road ahead, the wind in your hair, and then, suddenly, your battery indicator starts flashing. You're in the middle of nowhere, and the nearest charging station is miles away. Now that's a plot twist nobody saw coming. Charging stations are as elusive as water in a desert. You'd have better luck finding a needle in a haystack than a free charging port in peak hours. Over 40% of these stations are either overcrowded or malfunctioning. Talk about a logistical nightmare. What's more, the time it takes to juice up your EV isn't exactly a walk in the park. You could probably watch an entire season of your favorite series, or perhaps run a marathon, in the time it takes to fully charge your EV. And let's not forget the price tag attached to these charging sessions. It's enough to make your wallet weep, but the chaos doesn't end there. The infrastructure is also plagued with inconsistencies. From incompatible charging plugs to varying power outputs, it's like trying to solve a jigsaw puzzle with missing pieces. And if you're thinking of installing a home charger to avoid all this hassle, well, brace yourself for a hefty installation cost. And here's the icing on the cake. In a shocking revelation, 9 out of 10 fatal accidents in 2023 involved an EV. It's a statistic that's raising eyebrows and questions about the safety of these vehicles. So, is the dream of an EV utopia turning into a nightmare? Are we moving too fast on the electric highway without considering the roadblocks ahead? The current state of the charging infrastructure certainly seems to suggest so. But as with any journey, there are bound to be bumps along the way. It's a question of how we navigate them and what we learn from the ride. In response to the chaos, Ford takes a bold step. As the electric vehicle market spirals into uncertainty, Ford is choosing to play it safe. The CEO, Jim Farley, has decided to put a halt to the production of electric vehicles, signaling a strategic retreat from the EV race. This decision, while surprising to some, is a calculated move by Ford. Amid the turmoil in the EV market, Ford is taking a step back, reassessing the situation, and choosing a path that aligns with its strengths. It's a classic case of back to basics as Ford plans to return to its roots, producing the gas-powered vehicles that have been the backbone of its success for over a century. Ford's new focus? The ever-popular Broncos and Rangers. These iconic models, synonymous with Ford's brand identity, will be the flag bearers of Ford's resurgence in the conventional automotive market. This decision reflects a keen understanding of customer preferences and market trends, as consumers increasingly lean towards hybrid vehicles over their all-electric counterparts. But there's more to Ford's strategic retreat than just playing it safe. Ford's decision to return to gas-powered vehicles is also a nod to its commitment to job creation. By ramping up production of the Broncos and Rangers, Ford is aiming to reignite job creation, offering a lifeline to the thousands of workers affected by the turbulence in the EV market. Moreover, Ford's decision is a response to what customers truly want. The company recognizes that while electric vehicles may be the future, the present still belongs to gas-powered vehicles. By prioritizing the production of Broncos and Rangers, Ford is not just catering to consumer demand, but also reaffirming its commitment to reliability, affordability, and practicality. Ford's focus? Gas-powered Broncos and Rangers. A return to roots, reigniting job creation, and responding to what customers truly want. It's a bold step, but one that could prove to be a game changer in the ever-evolving automotive landscape.
So, Hey, look, thanks for watching Go Green Hub. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. Any kind of comments, just let us know down there in the comments, and we'll get your answers back to it. Subscribe, like, have a fantastic day, and I hope you choose to save the planet.
And don't forget, we have a surprise for you. Yay, surprise! Hey out there, we would like to give away one of these coffee cups or a Go Green Hub water bottle. Anyway, we're going to give away one, so let us know if you're interested. Give us a comment, and we will draw for one free coffee cup or Go Green Hub water bottle. Yes, the Go Green Hub is the go-to source for all things of sustainable energy and transportation.